Alors, je suis en train de regarder euh, 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 fonctions dans les langages, distingue 6 fonctions, linguistics and poetics, un schéma de Jacobson. Euh, alors, le contexte référentiel. Donc, qu'est-ce que j'ai fait sur cette dernière montée? J'ai centré les études sur le développement de la dialectique, de la phénoménologie de l'esprit. Pourquoi j'ai décidé de suivre le cours de ces parois d'œuvre? Oui, parce que c'est une forme rather elaborate and fairly treated to undergo a proper artistic technique, and it was an attempt to perhaps bring art to the value of the suggestion that would have been fair for the proper law if it were ever to aim itself somewhere, and it seems to support perhaps decisions that could be coded in media structures as were advertisements in the past with print and paper first, and so was the hand set on to its work. Référentiel technique. Where did it start? It could not look at this moment because it had to record itself on a recorder, and this was on the phone, and if I go back from this on the phone, I lose the recording on so later perhaps on the recorder itself. What is next to be investigated for the referential? Well, one thing that was interesting was finally the sort of dead, only introductorily introduced forms of science now have in some mistaken corners developed what the phenomenology had posited already. So, what makes the symptom internal to the text, and how does the letter drive its desire into its net, capture its steal its sense, and make it inside what it ends? It cannot be here senseless of what conceded inside its relief, so here it sees its disproportionate networking fees. Of course, without only empty would it be of conceptual charge of patience leads. Of course, here the ethical decision would be that the only chance would have it set that ethics here was nothing more said. Now next was the message intended of the subject inside the perfection of the artistic textbook, something the teacher could rely on to teach, something to guide the students already inside what produced a charge, a nightly breaking down of what ran away from its yard inside the backyard needed to do what had inside believed in, that was now inside for form, something coming closer to the eye or yours, but so far out inside, of course, the test was not for yours to go inside. Net sentence Benz Mercedes-Benz proper form, capital rising outside lowers. In the product it had favored 4 times its scent and named by the flame initiate shame. We did glory, infatuation. So basic, yeah, well, there you go. The message is pure and simple. Feel good and move forward. Here are the solutions, and that's the plan of algorithmic solutions. One thing at a time, named out and spaced out and set out to do. Now it's your choice. Who's you? Destinateur, or whoever feels the desire to associate their blame in this place where it could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody, sweetie. Destinateur, connais-tu, if I don't understand the difference? Heure, à la même heure, hier soir que beurre, lorsque j'ai vu glisser Sissi à l'extérieur de la porte already, running there without the work that had inside studiously formed, no then made of what was shared on its own, yea, my aim to share it of her own. Who's her? Yours, who wasn't here existent, of course. Contact fatigue, she doesn't exist. Code, the truth that she is here inflated without being forced.